Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the TV Club, the series where we talk about shows as they come out and just anything I'm watching really. So at the minute there's not really a lot to be watching, although we do have two main shows that have two new episodes to talk about. The second episode of The Last of Us just came out and I've just watched it, and I'm convinced that this show is just going to be one of the top tier shows that gets remembered for a long time. The set designs, the pacing, the acting, just everything is just amazing. I feel so engrossed already in this universe. Seeing the clickers, like this episode honestly felt like it was 30 minutes long. I could have watched it for double the amount of time. I actually think I preferred this episode to the first episode, seeing the world that these people are living in and have been living in for the past 20 years. Also, anybody who was hating on Bella Ramsey, she's doing an absolutely stellar job. Like, she's fitting that character so well and doing the character justice in how she's acting it. If anything, I think I have more of an issue with Pedro Pascal because he's trying to be this mean, grumpy guy. Because I know him too well as an actor now, I just see him as this like lovable guy. You know that they're doing a good job with connecting you to the characters when they can do a death in episode 2, and it's actually sad to watch and see. We've not even known that character for more than maybe an hour of screen time, and yet her death, you watch it and feel sad about it and you want her to survive. I'm so excited to see where they go with this and what more they can explore with it, because there is so much that they can do in this, and it's looking like it's going to be so good. Episode 4 of The Bad Batch. I mean, this just screamed filler. And don't get me wrong, sometimes you need filler, but they could have changed one single detail and I would have been fine with this episode. If they'd made it a pod race. If I could have seen a pod race again, like classic Anakin pod racing, and they'd done like a reference to that, I would have liked the episode. I would have no complaints. Even though it's a filler, it would have been still cool to see. Just don't get why there's need for these filler episodes, because you could have sort of the suspicions about Sid and things like that thrown in with an episode that also develops the Bad Batch. There's just so much more stuff that we could be doing with this cast that we're just not seeing and we're just not getting. Don't get me wrong, it's only episode 4 of season 2, so I'm not going to judge it too harshly, but I had major issues with season 1 because of the same reason. Filler episodes all the time. And I know people are going to say, well, it's supposed to be a kids show, sort of. Star Wars and Disney need to wake up and realise that their main demographic at the minute isn't really kids, it's people like me and my age who love Star Wars. And I want to see actual arcs. I want Clone Wars style 3 to 4 episodes on an arc and then move on to the next one. I don't want single episode filler followed by next week where we're probably just going to get one single mission and then they're going to move on to something else in the next episode. This season is lengthy. To have every episode be a different thing and not actually connect or think about a mission and not develop it for longer than one episode 30 minutes long. Not even that, it's about 22 minutes long. That's not enough time to develop a decent storyline. And I know you've got more of an overarching storyline, but I'm not getting any hints of that, and we're 4 episodes in, so I don't know where they're going with it. As I say, it's only episode 4, so hopefully it improves, but we'll see. If you've seen any of these episodes, comment down below and let me know what you think of them. What are you more excited for? Are there any shows coming out soon that you think I should watch or you've been watching? One show that I'm definitely going to watch after this, between this week and hopefully next week, is Severance on Disney Plus, because I've seen a lot of good things about that. So if you want to watch along with me, go ahead and watch that, and I'll be discussing that next week. But yeah, that's all for the TV show club, and I'll see you next week.